Hello everyone, it's OG from OG Scale Model. Just wanting to do a little vinyl here on my 77 Chevy Street Pickup that I built. Uh, it's made by Revell. It is a skill level 4. It's 1/25th scale. There was how many parts to this thing? It looks like 83 parts. Overall, it turned out pretty nice, as you will see here in a few minutes. There was a couple problems with the kit. I'll address those as I'm talking about it and everything. Other than that, it went together very well. Like I said, there is a few things that I did not like about the kit, and I will address those when I come to those. But let's get on to it. Alright, everyone. Here it is. This is the 77 Chevy Street Pickup. I call it Platinum 77. As you can see, it's a 77 step-side pickup truck. It went together pretty good, pretty decent. There was some custom pieces that I left off. I didn't really care for them, so when you go to build a kit, it'll be up to you if you want to use them or not. Now, remember, this is the kit I was talking about earlier, that it's a repop, and the windows are smoke tinted in this kit. In the original ones, they were just clear. So if you're wanting clear windows, hopefully you can, maybe you got a couple extra ones or something for parts or something like that that's got clear ones in it. If not, then you have to deal with the smoked window tint light. Alright, let's get on with it. First of all, the body's painted extreme lacquer diamond dust. It's a real pretty metallic silver. It's got a lot of flake in it and stuff. It turned out pretty well. Had a few little mishaps with the paint, but I fixed them. Other than that, the truck turned out really nice. As you can see. Alrighty. The chassis, it's painted duplicolor primer black. I scratch built the coilovers on the back of the truck. Turned out pretty nice. The rest of the chassis is pretty much box stock right out of the box. Has a straight axle front end. Okay. The interior, I painted it Vallejo black primer, and I used gel pen and pencil for the gauges and pedal details in there. I don't know if you can see it or not, what I've done. Here, let's see, man. I can't really position it to see what's going on in there, but anyway, yeah, that's the interior. Um, okay, let's address the things that I did not like about this truck. Um, on the front, has this funky like cow piece or whatever. Uh, so I just took and I put chrome tape over the front bumper, and I didn't put on the cow piece like on the box. Let me see if I can get the box here and show you. See the piece there on the front, with the little vents and stuff in it. I didn't care for that, so I never put it on my truck. Okay. The engine is a 350 instead of the tune port injection. I went ahead and stuck a tunnel ram on it with dual floors. They are aired and plumbed. Linkages. Okay. The other problem with this kit is there is a lot of space between the firewall and the back of the engine block. I didn't really care for that. Also, I didn't like the fact that they molded things into the fender wells. I built this kit, I don't know, 2 or 3 times over my lifetime, and this is stuff that I did not like about this kit. I did not like the jack molded in. I did not like anything else molded in. I like all my pieces to be separate. That way, if I want them, I can paint them and glue them on. If I don't, then I leave them off. But I did not like that fact right there between the firewall and the engine. So what I done was, you know how you go to car shows and some cars have engine covers and things like that. So I built one. I scratch built one, and I think it looks a little better with this. See how I scratch built the transmission tunnel up and everything to make it look like the firewall was out this way a little bit farther. The only thing I used was the ram air piece for the tune port injection motor. I just glued it on the front of the scratch piece of styrene that I used. That was .30 styrene that I used. I just cut it out and sanded all the edges. Did the best I could to make it look square. Other than that, the engine was painted with Chevy engine, duplicolor Chevy engine. The rest was I scratch built the linkages and the distributor. I built my own distributor and wired it and plumbed it. Scratch built the engine cover. The paints were testers, flats, aluminum and flat steel, stuff like that on the engine. Flat black, of course, for the pulleys and things like that. The wheels and tires are what come in the kit. They're the Champ 500 wheels and tires. They're bigs and littles. Bigs on fats on the back and littles on the skinnies on the front. So it turned out really nice. Here, I'll flip the truck over. The exhaust I took and I cut it off and I shortened it because I didn't like the pipes coming out the side. It just didn't look too hot to me, so I cut the headers. I built a new collector for it, and then I slipped the pieces on. And like I said, I did build the coilovers for the rear of the truck. The fuel tank was supposed to be mounted up here. I moved it to the back, away from all this stuff. Why would you want to put a gas tank right above the drive shaft? That's not very wise. I scratch built the license plate bracket, and I put the square license plate on it from Michigan. The side markers are marker orange, permanent marker. The tail lights are red, permanent marker on over chrome. Other than that, guys, the model went together pretty good and everything. I do also a reminder. I figure I'd remind anybody that's building this kit. The back of the cab, okay, you got to glue the back of the cab into the cab. Okay, it's two separate pieces, but my advice is paint it separate, and then when you go to put your cab on, slip the cab over it normally, and then glue the back section on. Okay, I know that's going to be hard to explain, but I had difficulties getting the cab over top of the chassis. But if you think about it, there's really no way to do that, because the windshield, the side glasses, and the rear glass are all one tub, and they pop in. Okay, so there was some difficulties there, but as I was saying, overall it went together good. Those are just some things that bothered me when I was building the kit. You can build the kit any way you like. I mean, I thought about lowering this and making it a SCCA truck, but I didn't. I just built it to be a little street truck, basically. But those are the things that I found wrong with the kit that bothered me. They might not bother everybody else, but it's just my opinion of it and whatnot. But overall, turned out really nice. Hope you guys like that. This is the like I said, I call this one the Platinum 77, because it's silver platinum, you know. But yeah, other than that, I pretty much like I said, guys, I've been writing everything down because I'm getting really forgetful lately. But anyway, oh yeah, the tunnel ram on this engine come from the AMT 66 Nova, and I added the carbs from there too. I just turned them around, butted the fuel bowls together basically. That way I could put the linkage on it a little bit easier than, you know, the side linkages. They have all kinds of different hookups and everything, and kind of difficult. But anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed this. I don't know what I'm going to be building next. This will be going to a car show, model show soon. Whenever I get time and get to go to some. I've been kind of busy, but yeah, other than that, guys, it turned out pretty nice. Everything went together good, except for, like I said, the cab, and like I said, the few things that I did not like, I changed up myself and took care of them. Like I said, I built that engine cover because I didn't like the space between the engine and the firewall. That's kind of crazy. They should have mounted the motor back a little bit or something. I don't know. But anyway, it bothered me. The more I built the truck, I was like, man, this ain't right. Well, I got it all together, and I was just not liking it. So I said, well, I'll scratch build something. So I built that engine cover and everything. I think it turned out pretty nice. The engine cover, it looks, pretty good. It's got the I cut a hole in it so you could see the carbs in the top of the motor. I think it looks pretty good. And the paint on this is Duplicolor. It's called Graphite Mica Metallic. It is a Mazda color. But yeah. And like I said, I don't understand. I don't know. Like I said, I built this truck 2 or 3 times before that, and there is a finger's width back there. I didn't care for that, so I built this. I think it looks a lot better. And also, I put the took styrene and put around the back of the motor, so it looks like a transmission tunnel. I think it looks better like that myself. I don't know, but yeah, that's the Platinum 77, guys. It looks good. I'm happy with it. I think it turned out pretty dang nice myself and whatnot. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here, guys. You guys take care and everything. And like I said, I'll get to building, and I'll keep building as long as I can, guys. I'm having a lot of issues with my neck and my arms and fingers and things, but I'm doing what I can do, I hope everybody likes that, and everybody take care and stay blessed. On to the next.